In 146 BC, Carthage, the master of the Mediterranean, was utterly reduced to ashes. How did General Hannibal, with his overwhelming strength, fail to protect his own nation? As a result of the Punic Wars, lasting approximately 120 years, Carthage lost its territory, its inhabitants were enslaved, and its very existence was erased from maps. Yet, Carthage's demise was not merely a military defeat. It was a structural failure, akin to those seen in modern organizations, an internal strife that no one could halt. Why did Hannibal's continuous victories hasten his nation's collapse? In this video, we delve into 3 crucial lessons for the modern era, drawn from this historical failure. Let us now uncover the full story of how Carthage, the master of the Mediterranean, ultimately collapsed from within. In the 3rd century BC, Carthage was a maritime nation that dominated Mediterranean trade. It had established a vast commercial network, stretching from the North African coast to the Iberian Peninsula and Sicily. Its wealth surpassed that of Rome, boasting an advanced urban civilization and a formidable navy. It was truly an empire controlling the economics and military of the Mediterranean. However, this prosperity led to a struggle for supremacy with the emerging power of Rome, igniting the First Punic War. Carthage suffered a humiliating defeat, losing Sicily and Sardinia. Rising to this crisis was Hamilcar Barca of the prestigious Barcid family. He advanced into the Iberian Peninsula, established new colonies, and discovered vast silver mines. The wealth and military strength gained there restored Carthage's lost power, forming the foundation for a sworn revenge against Rome. And his son was none other than the legendary General Hannibal. From childhood, Hannibal harbored a hatred for Rome alongside his father Hamilcar, and having been educated as a general, he fully displayed his brilliant talents. In the siege of Saguntum, which triggered the Second Punic War, Hannibal commanded the Carthaginian army at just 26 years old, commencing his invasion of Rome. He undertook the daring feat of crossing the Alps, which everyone at the time considered impossible. Leading over 20,000 soldiers and elephants, he invaded the Italian mainland. Roman armies were crushed one after another. Notably, at the Battle of Cannae in 216 BC, he achieved a monumental victory, encircling and annihilating a numerically superior Roman force, a feat legendary in military history. This victory led numerous Roman allied cities to defect to Carthage, plunging the Roman mainland into a whirlwind of fear and chaos. Hannibal ranged across the Italian peninsula for 15 years, continually wearing down Rome. His military genius was beyond doubt. However, Hannibal never directly assaulted the city of Rome itself. Strong fortifications and a lack of siege weaponry are cited as the reasons. His strategy was to peel away Rome's allied cities and economically exhaust them, forcing them to negotiate for peace. Yet, this prolonged war of attrition required constant reinforcements and supplies from Carthage itself. However, support from the homeland was often intermittent. In Carthage, the Barcid family, which supported Hannibal, was fiercely opposed by the Hannanid faction of wealthy aristocrats. The Hannanids prioritized short-term profits from trade and resented the escalating military expenses. They envied Hannibal's successes and sought to diminish his influence. They feared that Hannibal's continued victories in Italy would, paradoxically, lead to a loss of their own wealth and power. Consequently, only meager reinforcements were sent to Hannibal, and his army became isolated in Italy, gradually weakening. Meanwhile, Rome saw the emergence of the brilliant General Scipio Africanus. He studied Hannibal's tactics and devised a new strategy. While strengthening defenses in the Italian peninsula, he attacked and recaptured the Iberian Peninsula, which was Carthage's lifeline. Then, in 204 BC, Scipio boldly invaded Carthage's homeland in Africa directly. This pivotal move would seal Carthage's fate. With the homeland in peril, the Carthaginian Senate was finally forced to recall Hannibal from Italy. Ironically, his very victories had cornered his nation. Roman tenacity and Carthage's internal corruption, these two factors isolated the brilliant Hannibal and caused his strategy to unravel. In 202 BC, Hannibal and Scipio clashed near Carthage, in what became known as the Battle of Zama. The exhausted Carthaginian army was defeated by Rome's cavalry tactics and Scipio's ingenious responses, leading Hannibal to suffer his only defeat in life. The Second Punic War concluded with Carthage's defeat, resulting in a humiliating peace treaty. Immense indemnities, a reduced navy, and the abandonment of Iberian territories. Despite this, Carthage began to walk the path of recovery with its economic power, but Rome would never permit Carthage's resurgence. The Roman statesman Cato famously concluded every speech with Carthago delenda est. Carthage must be destroyed, advocating for its complete annihilation. Then, in 149 BC, Rome initiated the Third Punic War, completely besieging Carthage. Plagued by starvation and disease, Carthage mounted a desperate resistance. However, there was no hero left to save the nation, no unified senate. Carthage fell, burned for 3 days and 3 nights, and vanished completely from existence. Carthage's downfall, despite Hannibal's continuous victories in Italy, was not due to external enemies, but rather the short-sighted interests and internal conflicts of its homeland leadership. The decisions made by the homeland, driven by envy of a continuously victorious general and neglecting crucial support, ultimately led to the nation's destruction. This history offers vital lessons for modern corporations, nations, and organizations. Internal discord can bring ruin, no matter how successful one is externally. Becoming trapped by short-term gains or personal emotions, losing sight of long-term strategy and the collective good, is a fatal error that can destroy an entire organization. The collapse of Carthage delivers a searing warning. Even at the peak of success, internal decision-making can determine a nation's destiny. The paradox of success planting the seeds of failure, the overlooked selfishness of the homeland, and timeless organizational lessons. These are historical truths we must always remember. The quality of decision-making differs between those who understand this failure and those who do not. History is always a mirror reflecting the future. If you found this video insightful, please subscribe to our channel and give it a like. We explore a new historical failure every day.
この失敗は歴史のほんの1ページ。世界にはまだ語られていない失敗が数多くあります。失敗の歴史をチャンネル登録して次の物語もぜひご覧ください。